Honestly, I hate the fact that literally I spent 21 years not knowing how to blow my nose. I hate that. And I hate that I'm having to mention it right now because I'm ill, if you can't tell. Hi, my name is Sophie, the person who does this K-pop podcast. Yeah. I don't know what else to say other than that I am the person who does the podcast thing and I don't normally sound like this. Yeah. So yesterday I did an episode on half of the stuff that's been going on in February and I said I was going to do the other half today. I'm actually a little bit early to technically do it because February turns at 3 p.m. here in England, but I'm so bored and I just want to be on my computer that hopefully nothing happens in the next 15 minutes. Otherwise, I might actually cry. So I'm like, why did I do that? So we talked about all things like NMIX's new EP that they're releasing in next month, a tour that's going to be going on with ONEWE, a fire that went on in a girls' school, Bam Bam leaving Abyss and stuff. And today we're just going to be talking about the other half of this stuff that's been going on this month. And I can give a little bit more in the way of personal context to how I feel about these things and just little bits of it, because sometimes there are just events that just go on that you have absolutely no idea of. But after this point I do actually have a little bit more knowledge, which is odd considering I am normally an absolute goose when it comes to many different things. Also, I just want to talk about this for a hot minute, just quickly. So I did an episode on TVXQ, right? It was a couple of weeks ago that I think it went out, or I filmed it. I don't remember. It's been a long time. And so I talked about Junsu, which is a former member, Shia, and he was with JYJ. Now he's just a member of JX, which is a duo of just Jaejoong and Shia. And I was like, let me just find out a little bit more information about Junsu for whatever reason. And it said that he has a fraternal twin, a younger fraternal twin. So I was like, did I miss that? Did I just completely not realise that he's a twin? And so I was like, okay, well I'll go on to his proper his K-pop Wikia page. It has no other information about the fact that he's a twin, first of all. And so I was like, okay, actual Wikipedia. And his twin is a famous Japanese and Chinese idol person called Kim Junho. And I'm like, how did I not hear any of that? The fuck? Why didn't I hear anything about that? But it's mainly because of the fact that I would never have thought to myself, I wonder if Junso from who was a part of TVXQ, is also a fraternal twin, or just a twin in general. Because I've not really consumed much content of TVXQ when they were 5. I've more explored their solo stuff and mainly their Japanese and Korean album that they released in 2023 and last year. Just for research. For research purposes. Oh my god, that's just a casual way of me saying that. I was just staring. I was like, oh yes, those are. No. Oh god, yeah, no, I was just when you just sort of kind of watch stuff and you're like, oh yeah, this is what I'm watching now. Oh. He also hasn't been active since since 2014, which is fair enough. He would have had to have done his military service at some point. But now it says he's a member of the South Korean All Stuff. Is it pulling my leg? It's probably pulling my leg. Sorry, I'm really trying not to be sniffly, but it's very, very hard. It's it's not even, this is also kind of weird. It's not even you can do all this sniffly nose, but it's when it's all stuffed up, but also kind of sniffly at the same time. And you're just I hate my life. I hate my life. More on JX actually. They are kind of they haven't, they're not under just one company. They're technically under Encode and Palm Tree Island, with Encode being Jaejoong's agency and Palm Tree Island being Junso's one. But yeah, hopefully they do carry on performing together. I know that they did perform Merotic together, and for whatever reason, I think they performed it with TVXQ. Like, they performed it as a quartet. 4 people, because obviously Yu Chun isn't in the industry anymore and he's a dick. So yeah, that is that on the good old context of my life. That was pretty quick. It was only 5 minutes ish, and that is, if you know me, you would know that I talk a lot, and we're not going to talk too much. Well, we are going to talk, but we're not going to talk too much. Anyway, sorry, I just ate biscuits. I keep on doing this where I'm eating something and I'm like, oh, I should record a podcast, and then I'm like, I regret my life decisions. So, first up, we have ASND Entertainment released announced that they are the home of 5 of the members of Flomis 9. Plave, the virtual group, will be appearing on Killing Voice, which is like a TV, not like a TV program, what am I saying? It's like this YouTube show thing, maybe it's like a property, I don't know. Where in which like idol groups or like soloists will go on and play like a medley, like a singer medley of all of their songs. And there's been like GOTS, TVXQ, Espa, I believe. Probably in Hyphen's done it. There's been quite a few. I should just research and know before I start assuming that I know. EXO has been on it. Infinite. 80s, they've been on it. Red Velvet. Taemin did this stuff. 17. I think I've watched that one. G-Friend, when they came back, they did it. G-Idol, BTOB, NCT 127, NCT Dream, Winner, Mamamoo, IU did ours. Day 6, with all 4 of them, they did it. J Park, Kara, CM Blue, so many of them have done it. Yeah. And I do enjoy it. I just, when you just like, you don't really want to hear all of their discography, so you don't end up listening to anything that has like their whole discography in it. But like, I do enjoy Killing Voice. Like, I'm just going off on a tangent here. I liked GOT7's one because it was just constantly Jackson not knowing if he actually remembered his own band's lyrics, because obviously they've not really been doing much stuff as GOT7 in the past few years. Obviously we got na 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 when they kind of did it in a collaboration with Warner Music Korea. And then we recently got Python, which was in collaboration with Kakao Entertainment, or Kakao Music, whatever the bloody thing is. And that's been since obviously their contract expiration with JYP, so they haven't really had a chance to like refresh themselves with their discography. And so it was constantly just Jackson being anxious about forgetting his own song's lyrics, and like all the members being like, yeah, you remembered, woo. And it was also that not performance, but you know what I'm talking about, that video that actually made me want to go back and listen to Yugyeom's solo music. And now I'm a Yugyeom stan, which is surprising to absolutely no one. Sorry, me included. It's the nose that's like then setting me off coughing again. It's a very annoying cycle at the moment. You'll have to excuse me. And Hyphen is now the ambassador of Mixsoon. I actually don't know what Mixsoon is. I probably could have searched that up. Probably would have taken me about 30 seconds. But you know what I like to do? I might like to make things harder for myself. That is the fun thing. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. I will say it at the end because it's important. J-Hope will be featuring on Please Take Care of My Refrigerator, which is, I believe, like a variety show, but it kind of looks like a talk show. There's like I Live Alone, which a number of idols have been on, so many of them, where they will film time in their house and just talk about it, which I have to admit, that is really weird. As like an outsider to all of that, to Korean life, that seems like a really fucking weird thing to do. To have someone filming in your own house, because like I do weird stuff when I'm at home. Like I'm talking into my laptop and I talk to myself thinking I'm on a TV show. It's a really weird thing. I just don't even mention it anymore. It's just that weird. So like I couldn't imagine having because obviously like the main I think one of the main cameras is in a bear. I couldn't imagine like seeing that bear and knowing that there's a camera in there. No, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. I don't know. Because like obviously we've had like cameras and like filmed things in our lives before, like obviously, but like camcorders were a thing back in the. I've aged myself. Camcorders were a thing back in the 2000s. It was like in like the 2010s and stuff. They're pretty obsolete now. I'm pretty sure with the advent of like cameras and like proper cameras in your phones and stuff, but yeah, if I just saw like a camcorder or like even just like a regular camera, I'd just be like, who's watching me? Like, who is watching me? Because like, I would never say I'm exactly a private person considering how much I talk about my life on here. But like, there's just some, like, I do this knowingly. I cut out things about my life because I'm like, actually, I don't want that to be out. I just wanted to say it. So, like, the idea of me not being able to control what is going out there, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because, like, there are certain things that I don't want to be out there. And, like, you do things subconsciously sometimes as well. And I don't want that to, be shown in the ether. I also don't know why I wrote this, but Lisa from Blackpink has 2 more supercars in her collection. I own no cars because I don't know how to drive. I know how to drive my parents crazy, but I don't know how to drive. Speaking of TVXQ, Say My Name, which is the group that Jaejoong produced, will be having their comeback on the 13th of March. So I might listen to that. But I don't like. I've said it before, I don't think I'll ever listen to the group just because of how young the members are and the age difference of the members. And just, I don't know, I just vibe checking on Jaejoong. My vibe check doesn't come back good. I don't know. Tiara's Homin will be getting married in the same place as Jiyoung did. And unfortunately, Lee Yu-ju, who is the yoga instructor, has unfortunately passed away at the age of 35. I'm going to have to have a blooming drink. Oh, it's no good. It's no good, this is. Jeez Louise. You can't have a win, can you? You Are In will be starring in the match. And unfortunately, Eisner's Yoon Ji-hoon will halt all activities due to health issues, so hopefully she feels better soon. Moving on to New Jeans, the fun New Jeans stuff. And before anyone says it, because you never quite know who is going to be commenting, because I got another comment. I will never call New Jeans NGZ. You know why I'll never call them NGZ? Because that's not their name. It's not their name. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, it's not your name. It's not their name in the slightest, okay? It isn't the name that they have trademarked, okay? Okay. So the parents are claiming now that Bang PD, who is like the main person behind Big Hit, is trying to cancel their Hong Kong performance, and rightly fucking so. It's illegal. They should not be doing that. Like, I'm sorry. Sorry to all bunnies out there. Actually, no, not sorry to them. I don't know who I'm apologising to, but I have to say this. New Jeans are still under a door. They have not legally left a door yet, okay? They are still under a door. No matter what way you try and spin it, they are still under legal contract with ADOR. Okay. And obviously, I will retract that and I will say that they're no longer under a door if the legal system says they're not. Okay? Or, if a door is like, fuck this, fuck you, basically goes to New Jeans, screw you, we're blacklisting you and we're kicking you out of the company. So, there you are. They're actively saying that they want New Jeans back. It's literally like the 50-50 situation, but like 10 times more irritating, Because at least when, like, Kina came back, we got to have some level of resolution with it all, and that, like, Kina exposed everything that was going on. But the other girls still stayed, but then at least we still get 50-50. We have Kina and all of the new girls in the company. So at least there's some resolution. But like with New Jeans and all of the bollocks, quite honestly, There's absolutely no resolution whatsoever, and it's just sad. It's more sad than anything, because these guys are just throwing away their career, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say to it all, because honestly, I'm like, we're just helpless to even try and understand it, because it's such an ununderstandable situation. So I'm like, these girls worked so hard, why are you wasting that? Why are you wasting your talents and your time and your youth on, quite honestly, a stupid situation? Honestly, I would understand it if, I'm going to be moving on to past this in a second. If New Jeans said, you know what? We're going to consult a legal team. Like, I'm not even just like saying it publicly. If they went about their day and was like, actually, I'm going to consult a legal team and we're going to try and like actually actively leave this contract, like we're going to incite an injunction to the validity of their exclusive contracts. But it's the fact that they came out steadfast and said, we're not under a door anymore. That I'm like, I can't take you seriously. From that point on, I can't take New Jeans seriously, because they're not willing to take themselves seriously enough to do it legally. You know, they're just working off the basis that bunnies love them and that they will back them and that they will kick up such a massive fuss that the legal system will have to listen to them. And that's just simply not how that sort of thing works. And they are gonna get the comeuppance that they deserve. And I'm gonna be here for it. And we're going to be talking about it when it happens. So yeah, moving on, we have J-Hope and IVE will be performing at Lollapalooza at different like cities and places. But do I care at this point? No. Blackpink announced dates for World Tour, and they have announced more dates due to high demand. Adore denies New Jeans' parents' claims, and Victon member Sejun joins Way Better. It doesn't say company or entertainment, it literally just has Way Better in its name. China is reportedly lifting their Korean content ban, which is extremely good actually, because that means that hopefully it will open up a whole new market for these groups to promote themselves, and Jun and Minghao won't have to only be the members in China. They can all go together. Jisoo and Seo In-guk are confirmed to be in a rom-com together. And Park Bo-gum is going to be having a free communication place for his fans after shutting down his Bubble subscription service. Rosé is no longer a part of the KOMCA, which is basically the place where you have like the trademarks for songs and stuff. It's not the same place as KMCA, which is completely different. That's like to do with to do with like musical contracts and stuff like that. This is just like the Copyright Association. G-Dragon will be performing at Singapore's Grand Prix 2025. Ki Ho from P1 Harmony talked about his mother's fraud case, and I believe he is standing with his mother probably. I don't know. Honestly, I just wouldn't talk about it. Like, if I became famous and there was like a situation like that, which I hope that never would be, I just wouldn't say anything. Genuinely. Like, I run my mouth enough as it is. I do not need to run my mouth about that. Yeji from ITZY is the ambassador for Roger Vivier. And Yo Jung from TO1 will re-debut in Ace's agency's new group. Akmu's Soo Hyun cancels appearance in ONU's concert due to Kim Se-ron's passing. Snooper Sangil will be joining joining a new group, Epic Travels. After School's Lizzie has joined a new agency during her DUI scandal. This situation is really honestly so sad. Lee Min Ho's agency denies Park Bom's claims. Park Bom, honestly, I feel really bad for her because she's clearly going through a lot. But it's the fact that she keeps on claiming that Lee Min Ho is her husband, even though they have literally no connection whatsoever, other than the fact that they're like in the same industry basically. And I'm like, you're 40 years old. Why are you playing the game? But I do have sympathy in case she is going through something. So I hope that she gets the help that she needs. Next point, we have quite a lot of the HYBE groups are actually facing contract renewals in the next year and a half ish. Like TXT, they have been a group for 6 years. so they will be renewing their contracts. Hopefully this time in this year. BTS, I think they're renewing their contract soon, and ENHYPEN, they're going to be renewing their contract in 2027. Can you believe that? It will have been 7 years since they debuted. Like, ew. It was, I think, it was like 3 months after I became a K-pop fan, before I became a K-pop fan, that they debuted. I remember when Drunk Days came out. Like, I was so excited. I kept on seeing these weird, cool pictures, and I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh, it's a release? Oh, that's cool. It's like, oh, that's quick. Ooh, because I didn't understand K-pop back then. So I'm like, oh dear, they're going to become 7 years old at some point. I'm going to have been a fan of K-pop for 7 years. Yeah, like my time as a K-pop fan, like if you think about it in terms of a contract, I am in the second half of my K-pop contract. Been a good fan for 4 years. I don't feel nauseous at all. That is such a long time. The longest I've really had like an intense like special interest has only been like a few months, if that. But considering this has been 4 years, I mean, it hasn't actively been 4 years, only one group, thankfully, because I think my parents and my sister would have chucked me out by that point. It's been all sorts of different groups, but it's the fact that literally there's like 4 years worth of content has been able to like support my like addiction or like obsession or whatever you want to call it, my special interest. Like, that is so much time. I was 17 when I got into K-pop, and I turned 22 later this year. Yeah, I'm old. Jimin released his tracklist for his EP. Don't know why I keep on like putting down random points. New Jeans has been featured in a Calvin Klein advert. Don't understand why they did that. I will make a new American boy group with everyone's favourite person, Scooter Braun. I'm joking. By the way, that was a joke. Dear Alice has debuted with Ariana. Lee Sang-ah, musical actress, will be getting married in June. Kwang Hee has bought an apartment in the same place as Jonghan. Koo Jun Hyup, which was the husband to Barbie Sue, who unfortunately passed away. I think it was early this month, actually. I just didn't write it down because I didn't feel comfortable with talking about it. But yeah, no, he has halted his activities, and apparently he's not doing well at all, and I can't blame him, to be honest. It's awful what happened. Yeah, I hope he can find peace someday, and I hope Barbie Sue is resting in peace. Like, honestly, that's awful. Oof, don't like it at all. Yuta will be releasing another Japanese single. I don't know why. I think I must have been having some sort of crisis. I wrote down Renjun took a very expensive back to the airport. It's like $250,000, and I'm like, that was probably from a stylist. A stylist probably gave him that bag to make him look stylish. Oh, Jelly. Sorry, I'm gonna have to let Jelly back in. There you go, darling. Oh, sorry, darling. Just looked at me as if to say, "Mummy, what are you doing? Why you shut me in here?" Like, Charlie, it's fine. Stacey will be making a comeback with a single album. Astro has released a song for their 9th anniversary. And unfortunately, Infinite's Sungyu's sister has unfortunately passed away. J-Pop will be going on tour. Infinite, honestly, very, very respectful. From Can't Speak, halted promotions following the family tragedy. Psycho's announced dates for their, I think it was just the tour, but I put down an American tour. Haewon from NMIXX had sat out of the Mexico concert due to her health. TWS or TUS or however you want to say it, because I don't actually like this group. Not for any particular reason, I just don't like that music. TWS's Do-woon missed the China fan sign due to health reasons. IVE has spent the most time in perfect all-kill status of any girl group ever. Seungyu, understandably, missed out on the Malaysia concert. Jang Kyung signed with Song Hye-kyo's agency after leaving YG. The boys are coming back with their full third-length album. Dream Notes Yui temporarily halted her activities due to the passing of her father. Stacey will be coming back on the 18th of March. Do Jun and Kwang Hee to host a new variety food show. And Hearts to Hearts fandom is called 2SU. There was like an explanation for this, but do I remember it? No. Honestly, I kind of like that fandom name. It's kind of cute. I actually like the group as a whole, like, even though they are super duper young, I like their music, you know? I kind of just don't even... I try to not think about how young these idols are, because companies will continue to debut these idols. Sometimes it will clock in my mind of like, oh yeah, these idols are really, really young. And there's some that I just don't, there's some groups that I just don't even want to listen to because of their age. But like, I guess my moral being has been tainted. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to suggest, because I'm like, these companies are just going to carry on doing it. And I guess we don't have to listen to the music, but I don't know, there's just so many moral issues and just crossovers and just ickiness that it honestly makes it hard to like have any sort of morals anyway. Card announced the cancellation of their North American tour. Zero Base One announces plans to renew contract, which honestly I love. I need a Zero Base One renaissance, like, genuinely. Their first trilogy was really good. Not so much their second one, but their first, Chef's Kiss. We need that again. They need to be a proper group. Them having a collaboration with Kepler would help Kepler so much. Another group. So good. Chef's Kiss. Okay. 17 has announced their own game. Lisa announces the release of a light stick. Ning Ning from aespa has been named as the Maybelline New York ambassador. Eiley will be releasing her first EP in 3 years on the 20th of March, and Lee Young-ja and Hwang Dong-jo are together. Hearts to Hearts breaks record for the second highest first day sales in girl group history of a debut. Jung Yoon-hye is pregnant. I don't know who that is, I'm sorry. I should have written it down, shouldn't I? Hearts to Hearts Ian has been accused of school bullying and sexual harassment accusations. And there's quite a lot of discourse online because SM has announced they are going to be taking legal action against those who have made claims against Ian. And obviously with the Songhan stuff, there's a lot of double standards that kind of go along with that. But I also think it's to do with the production company and like the divisions, because Hearts to Hearts isn't in the same division as Rise and Songhan were under. They were under Wizard Productions, and I believe Hearts to Hearts is in a completely new divisions. I can't spell today. It's hard. I don't wanna... Will they? Pretty sure I did see it. Divisions? SM Studios? No? Maybe I made that up. I could have sworn I saw it. Peculiar. Is it under SM Texas? No, I've been through that. Oh. Well, ain't that a problem. Could have sworn I'd seen it. Because I could have sworn it was like about how like Wavy's in a different division. Am I having that much of a fucking brain melt? I'm having such a tough time. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? God. Other than the obvious. Is it? Yeah. No, I don't. Well, I can't find it, but I do believe they are under a different division. Yeah. Also, Ian's like the second youngest member of the group, so just felt I needed to tell you that. And they will also be coming back with a single in the second quarter of the year, if you wanted to know. Card has announced. I've said all that. I didn't highlight it. I go from the highlighted portion, by the way. There we go. All the members of Weekly have unfortunately left IST Entertainment due to, well, it was just they're under their contract, so they just didn't renew. JYP has threatened legal action against those who are hating on Twice. Kiss of Life postpones Berlin concert within hours of it taking place. Make One's group announces their fandom name of Nova, and their group's name is Noya. I don't know how to say it. Wiki Miki's leader Ji Soyeon has signed a contract with Bombnell Entertainment. Johnny from NCT 127 is the ambassador of Acne Studios. Only will be going on a solo tour. Katseye and aespa will be at Japan Summer Sonic 2025. Fantasy Boys announces comeback. Ahn Sung-gil is the main producer of Our Bloom, which used to be 50-50, and I will not be talking about that again because that is another situation that I could go into depth with, but I do not want to. Eyelit reveals their Lightstick. Mauve is the brand ambassador of L'Oreal Paris. And Girls' Generation Yuna is the brand ambassador of Sowaso. Baekhyun to release a digital single with Umi. NCT Wish announces full comeback in April with Riku. Adore says that New Jeans' social media pages go against their contracts, which they do. The woman who kissed Jin at his free hug event back in June of last year has been booked for sexual harassment, and Blackpink announces more dates for their world tour. So that is everything that went on as well in February, not just the stuff, including all the stuff that I talked about yesterday. I do hope that you enjoyed the episode, I guess. I will start my analysis of March stuff now. Also, I think I've decided that for March I'm going to do a little bit of something different. So instead of it just being a list of all of like the information or like the news stories that come out and it being like all together, it will be more of like a who's getting married, who unfortunately has passed away, who's announcing a comeback, who's announced a debut, who, I don't know, has surprised us with a song, I don't know, and like that sort of stuff, and just like who's in a different company, and like doing less of like just a plain old list and more of like, oh, here are all the weddings that got announced and stuff like that. It'll make my life a lot more easier. And at the end of the year, if I'm still wanting to do it, I will hopefully compile all the stuff that went on and be like, bam, this is the stuff that went on. Why, I can just imagine myself doing that, and it's just a hell. It's just chaos. Yeah. But I do hope you enjoyed the second half of all the stuff that gone on in February. I don't know if it will be the same in March, because I'm going to try and be a little bit better about what I say instead of just doing random events. Like Renjun having a very expensive bag. We don't really need to be talking about that. But yeah. Thank you as always for listening, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye!